back, everyone, to training your waterfowl retriever. In video 1, we will be focusing on the bond between owner and puppy and what to do when you bring that puppy home for the first time. Enjoy today's video with Jim and Sarah as they have a conversation about the what to do's and the what not to do's.
So as I mentioned, this is my first dog. I'm a first-time dog owner, so I'm learning a lot from my dad here as we go through this process. And I've heard a lot of different things, like, you should start training right away, and then others just say you should let them get accustomed to the new place, and then start later down the road. But what should I really be doing here with Retta in this first week or two?
Not a whole lot when it comes to training. Just try to create a good, solid relationship with your dogs, with your pup. A lot of times they're coming home at 7 or 8 at weeks of age. That's normally when most dog owners will pick up their puppy, and just create. That's 7 to 12 weeks. Just have fun with the dog. Try to keep everything positive, but no real harsh training at this point.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, how about positive reinforcement? What exactly does that look like, and creating that strong bond?
Yeah.
How does that look like in these puppies?
Just try to keep everything positive. Not that you can't use the word no. If they're chewing on your shoe, you might say no and then correct them. But try to keep everything as positive as you can. Keep saying the word Dolly, or in your case Retta. Keep using their name. When they go outside and they're going potty outside, tell them good job. Make a big deal out of it. Like, make a huge fuss. Like, I know it's something small, but really elaborate. Express yourself that this was really, really good. And because they ultimately want to please us. So if you show that you're happy, then they're going to try to repeat that process again in the future.
And going forward in the future, what does that bond exactly do for them and you as a dog owner?
Yeah, so it's the base. It's this training that you're going to go through for the next year, for several years. But creating this bond is the base. It's the bottom of the pyramid that you have to create. You have to create that bond between you and the dog, and that's going to make them A, respect you in the long run, but B, going to ultimately be a great hunting dog for you.
So what about some basic commands like sit and come and things like that? Can I start incorporating those into this playtime right now, or should I wait a while for that?
No, you could incorporate that. Keep it simple. Use simple words. You hear a lot of people talking to a dog. Dogs don't understand full sentences. So when you use simple things like sit and come is fine. One thing that we try to do when it's feeding time, put some have their dog bowl there and have the dog sit, and then put the bowl in front of them and then say okay. It's a simple way. It makes it kind of fun. They'll learn that real quick. Especially when it comes feeding time. But if you're outside in the yard, you got a little ball or chew toy, just keep it fun. Just tell them to sit, slightly push their butt down, and have them sit, and then maybe throw them the toy.
So obviously when these puppies came home, it was a big adjustment for them. So how exactly do you get them adjusted to their new living situation and all the new smells and sights and sounds that they're going to be experiencing?
Yeah, so when they're at the breeders, or whoever raised had the pups, they probably started them on dog food before they left, and keep that same dog food. Like, find out what brand of dog food that breeder had, and use that same food when you come home. Because when you change diets or something like that kind of changes their digestive system. It might throw them out of whack, and they don't need that right now. I'm not saying you can't change their food, but keep that same food for at least a while until the dog, when you get it home. So use the same dog food. I recommend that highly. And then, in our case, like Tippy, she was freaked out. She didn't, she's like, what are these little black fur balls running around? So what we try to do is maybe feed her separately. So the pups feed at one time, and then maybe Tippy eats at another time. But, it's just like anything else, like raising kids. If you don't want it chewed on, you better put it up. You better put it away. Watch for cords, electrical cords, stuff like that. Just a lot of little things, and you'll find out real soon what they like. And if you don't want them to chew it, pull on it, drag it away, then you need to put it up.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So what are like 2 or 3 key takeaways during these first 2 or 3 weeks that you would say to really focus on?
Yep. Stay positive, number one. Try to spend as much time as you can getting that bond between you and the pup, and have fun. First 7 to 12 weeks is pretty easy.
Thank you for watching our first video today with Retta and Dolly. Hopefully you learned something from Jim and Sarah's conversation and you're ready to bring home your new pup. If you'd like to watch more video series, follow us on OhioDNR YouTube channel or like us on Facebook at the Ohio Division of Wildlife.